It only gets personal when someone feels that they're beneath and not equal to. It gets personal when someone realizes that they're not equipped with what you're equipped with. So now they got to attack that problematic area in your life that they think is your weakness. And oftentimes it's not even your weakness. You know, it's something that you allowed them to see so that they could attack that. But it's so far away from your weakness that they have no idea. And you just sent them on a wild goose chase.
Do you know when you've maybe made someone feel insecure?
I can see it and I can hear it. I can see it in their face and I can hear it in their voice. And it becomes so blatantly that because I treat people right. My mother raised me to a point where I'm always respectful. I'm always smiling. I'm always, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And I want to find out that one thing in you that makes you smile to light you up. You know, I want you to feel better about yourself after we've had an encounter. So I know 9 out of 10 days I'm straight. So you ain't catch me on that one day because I wouldn't let you catch me on that one day because I know me. At this age and stage in my life.
Is there like a pressure that comes with that?
I would say we are.
Okay.
Because the most beautiful thing that we've done here, and I think it goes without saying, and a lot of people don't recognize it, is we've built a tremendous staff. I'm comforted by a tremendous staff. I chose men that are not only knowledgeable, but not only relatable and have relationships, but men that are great fathers. Why does that matter, Coach Prime? Because how you gonna be a father and a mentor and a leader to these young men when you ain't even leading your child? So that's a stickler for me. It would be no one on my staff that's not a great father, because that means something to me, because they're gonna see me with my young men and young women, my kids, oftentimes, and they see how I am with them. So it's hard for me to understand you trying to raise someone else's child and you're not even raising your own. That's a problem for me.
And it seems like a lot of the standards that you set are just in line with life values.
Yes.
In what ways do the way that people live their lives also mimic the ways that they will play football or be a football coach?
You can be an idiot off the field. You can be an idiot off the field, not an idiot on the field. You don't think I'm going to shout and rejoice and do my thing because of this gift that God has given me? No, that's what I meant by that. I got a tremendous gift, and I know it, gift, and I perfected it by hard work, focus, and dedication.
Mm-hmm. I also think when you're good at something and you know you're good at that thing, for whatever reason, it makes people uncomfortable if you vocalize that you're good at something. Mm-hmm. And that speaks to that insecurity that maybe people feel when they're talking to you, because they're like, well, wait a minute. He's supposed to not be all of this because I don't feel like I'm all of this.
True. There lies the quote, don't allow my confidence to offend your insecurity. There lies the quote. That's where that quote derived from. Mm-hmm. And I ain't got nothing to do with that, whatever you're going through. Because I'm going to be me, and I'm mandated to be me. I'm pleasing God, not man. Now, if I'm pleasing God and God is happy and you tripping, that's a problem with you. That ain't me. Because all I want to hear God say is, well done, my faithful servant. And I've heard him say that a multiplicity of times. So you got a problem. And that ain't on me. That's on you. That ain't on me. That's on you.
Yeah. So you did this article in the 80s, and I want to read the quote to you.
God.
Because
you going back to the 80s?
It's a great quote that applies to you right now, which is why I loved reading it so much. So this is in a Sports Illustrated article.
When I talk about them all, when you think about the first win, against TCU.
Stop overlooking us, stop counting us out, stop doubting us. We here. You could feel it, you could naysay it. That was the trailer of the movie, just getting you to the movie, getting you to the show, making sure you push on demand or whatever you have. You just click that button and you want to see the real thing. That's what that was.
Okay, week 2.
Resilience. Because, first of all, you have 2 magnificent wins back to back of that nature. Then you try to keep the team rocking steady, because not everyone in the locker room, including coaches, have won in their careers and their lives. So you got to sense that and you got to feel that and you got to try to find a common thread to bring everybody and keep everybody together as one. Don't let no one get too high or too low and bring them all together. But you know some are going to go out there well beyond the point because they've never seen this much attention or this much focus or this much love or this many followers in 1 week. Mm-hmm. And you know sooner or later you're going to have a hiccup. And I knew we would have a hiccup. I wanted to beat them down and blow them out, but I knew as a coach, the way we practiced, the way we prepared that week, we're going to have to fight. I want them to just be community leaders. I want to, when they come back to Colorado, I want to smile and say, that's my dog. Well, I told you was going to be the governor one day. I told you that. And I have several of those young men that I can look at. I'm looking at them in my head right now, and they're going to be that.
What have you seen just believing in somebody do to their confidence?
It uplifts them, and it motivates them. The Bible clearly says there's life and death in the power of the tongue. And I use the tongue to uplift you. I mean, when I say girl. You see what I'm saying? Like that's automatic. And it's the same thing when a woman looks at a man and says, you go, boy. Boy, you did that. Boy, you did that. I mean, and when I'm telling my kids, we had an instance on the sideline this last game where Jimmy was having a horrific game. He's a receiver, Jimmy Horn. And I said, Jimmy, you're a dog. We from Florida, man. And guess what? Papa's at the crib, and he's incarcerated watching you right now. And he wants to clap in front of all his different inmates because he believes in his son. They want to win, and they love to play this game. And they love all the extra that comes with it.
So despite these great wins, despite all the talent on this team, as I was prepping for this interview, when I would type in Colorado football, one of the things that Otto feels is overhyped. People asking, is Colorado football overhyped?
We don't hype ourselves. I mean, we chronicle everything. I keep receipts. Everybody knows that. I mean, my son is brilliant at that. Brian Video, we're doing a great job with the documentary. I mean, we do that because that brings attention to our team and to our fans, allow everyone to know the struggle and the challenges that we go through. Everything is just not rosy. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel that we're overhyped. Mm-hmm. I feel that we were underestimated, if anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you feel like the talent on this team does reflect the hype that the team receives?
Yeah, I mean, the talent is tremendous. We got some guys that are definitely going pro. I don't think that happened around here in quite some time. We don't have not one single practice without several pro scouts on board.
Right now, are you living in your purpose?
Oh, I'm Dougie in my purpose. We're going to make Pop proud tonight. That's what we're going to do because his son is a dog. Now, you go out there and show the world who you are. And in return, he went and caught the touchdown, the game-tying touchdown. And he was having a horrendous night, but just speaking life into Jimmy and understand where he was, where he was located. I've been there because I sympathize and empathize with him, and I know his background and his situation. So I'm able to pull that intangible out of him that I connect to him in a pivotal time like that. And that's why I got to know my kids. Mm-hmm. I got to know this team. I got to know them individually as well as collectively.
And those words have so much power.
Yeah.
Who has spoken life into you?
A multitude of people. I mean, playing youth football, this gentleman named Coach Capel came to the other side of town and grabbed me, Dave Capel.